All right, you are welcome back to Intimate Talk with Dr. Tolu. And of course, tonight I'm talking about the cure for frigidity. On Tuesday, I gave you, I think, about 9 points. I mean, the causes of frigidity. I talk about if your partner is unable to sexually arouse a woman, that's number one. In most cases, poor communication gap, like then anxiety anxiety results in premature ejaculation or erectile dysfunction or ejaculatory problem in men. So also lack of arousal in women. So it could be as a result of anxiety, it could be as a result of medication, absence of proper education, fear for sex, and the fact that pains, maybe for people who are newlywed or who are virgin, deep-seated psychological problem, big issue. I think I talked about that. Situational factors, mother-in-law stays in the next door, dirty or intoxicated partner, noise making bed. And then let me start from number 9 tonight, which is low self-esteem or lack of self-confidence. All right, so when you worry too much about how you look, how your boobs are looking, how your stretch mark is going to look, how the man is going to be looking at you, how the boobs are sagging, how you think you are not sexy enough, your tummy is bulgy, I mean whatever. When you do have when you have low self-esteem, it could result into frigidity because you are worried about how you look so much. Now, love making for a woman, for a woman to enjoy sex, it takes a whole lot. I've said that a lot on this show. So now you need to put everything, every part of you into it, your mind, your body, your soul, everything has to be in it. As soon as you start getting worried about, oh, I don't think this breast is looking good, you're trying to protect it. When you want to make love, you have to let it go. Remember, I talked about vulnerability on Tuesday. You need to be vulnerable, you need to let go, you need to relax and say, just have me. If you can't get to that point, you might not be able to enjoy sex. And as long as you keep looking forward to getting to that thing, orgasm that everybody is talking about, and you can't get there, after some time you get tired and you just give up. So before you get to that point, it could be as a result of the fact that you are overconscious, you are too conscious of your body, and you have developed low self-esteem. And of course, lack of self-confidence. All right, I don't even know how to do it. You think you don't know how to give blowjob, you think you don't know how to touch a man, you think you are a novice, and all of that are getting into your head. They won't allow you to concentrate and enjoy the act of love making. You could actually slip into frigidity if care is not taken. Now, how many of you women that are listening to me during the act of love making can tell your husband, babe, wait, babe, let's do it this way. Can you just touch me here? Can you finger me here? Can you do it this way? This is the way I like to enjoy it. Can you do it from the back? How many of you women, married women, can tell your husband that? Most of you cannot do that. You don't have the confidence. You are so, it all boils down to what I talked about last week. So your upbringing, the way we're brought up, the cultural and all that, has confined you so much that you can't even express yourself when it comes to the art of love making. You can't say it because you are wondering, if I say it will think I'm a bad guy, a bad girl. You think I'm exposed too much, of course. And of course, no thanks to the men that are always like, where did you learn it from? Where did you learn it from? So the point is, if you don't have confidence, if you are not confident enough to tell your man, babe, can we try it this way? Babe, can we do it this way? You cannot even talk during the act of love making. If I'm talking, I don't know how I will feel. If I turn like this, I don't know how I will feel. You are not confident. It's a big problem in this part of the world. Very, very big problem. You can't express yourself. You can't express your sexuality. You can't express, there are things in your head that ordinarily, if you are able to let go and you express them, it can bring you close to that orgasm or that enjoyment or that satisfaction or that wetness that you are looking for. But when you are not able to get wet, you are not able to orgasm, you are not able to bring yourself to enjoy sex, you are frigid. All right. So low self-esteem and lack of self-confidence. I need every woman that are listening to me tonight, and I'm going to be talking about that when I'm talking about possible cure for frigidity. That will be on Thursday. I need you guys to wear a very good dose of self-esteem. Forget it. Someone will always be more beautiful. Someone will always be more prettier. But as you, so also as you are, that there are people that could be more beautiful than you, so also are people who are also wishing to be like you. So why don't you wear a very good dose of self-esteem? And come to think of it, this man loves you enough to get married to you. He loves you enough to get married to you. That means you are a step ahead. And when you make love to someone that you love, forget it. I remember I said something on a show that I was invited to speak last week. I remember I said something that erection is a bastard, and he hardly notices. Erection sometimes hardly. I mean, that is why you see some men, you wondering why is he sleeping with this kind of a woman? Because erection hardly notices. He hardly notices all the. In fact, all those things are jara, really. The pointed boobs, this thing. Erection hardly notices. It's only, in fact, not even at the point of getting down. Erection will not notice at the point of getting down. If erection is going to notice, it's going to notice maybe before that point. But as soon as it gets to that point, forget it. All those things doesn't really count. Of course, it's okay to look good, but forget it. Erection is a bastard. Okay, so now the point is, wear a very good dose of self-esteem. Work on yourself. Relax. Explore. Be yourself. Talk. Say it the way you want it. Stop hiding your face. Stop like, I don't touch me here. I do, and then you keep short during the act of love making. Express yourself. Let loose. Let go. Relax. It will take you out of your frigidity problem. All right. Number 10, over dependence on pornography, resorting to near impossible expectation. Now, what does this mean? I don't even want to go to, I don't want, I mean, I have a topic like that. Should couples use pornography? You know, maybe when you are having sexual problem, do you want to try porn, you know, to help you, or you are a novice, you don't really understand certain things about love making, you want to learn and you want to use porn. Okay, is it okay? That is actually not the point. But the point here is, if you are frigid as a woman, if every time that a man want to touch you, nothing is happening, it could be that you are over dependent on porn. All right. Now, if you, the reason why I'm worried about porn is if it get to a level where whether endorphin or dopamine, you know, all these sexual hormone, when they can't be released to your system unless you watch porn, then there is a problem. Because these are chemicals, or or hormones that are secreted to your system that put you into the mood, that put you into the how would I put it, enjoyment mood, let me put it that way. Now, if the only way you can achieve or get aroused and get those chemicals secreted into your system is through pornography, then there could be a problem. So every time you want to make love, until you put on porn, you can't get wet. Now, it's okay if you are trying to, maybe correct certain things. Okay, maybe you're having certain issues and you're looking for solution to it, or maybe frigidity is a problem, and the point of trying to make it work, you are doing that. But if it becomes a part of your life, and every time you want to make love you have to switch on porn, then something is wrong. It could be that. So when you are over dependent on porn, it might get to a point that a man cannot get you aroused again. Whether he's touching you, whether he's kissing you, whether he's doing everything possible, you could be frigid. You could just be there unless a porn is switched on. So over dependence of pornography can result into near impossible expectation. That is another point. Now, when I talk about near impossible expectation, every time you want to make love, you have been watching porn, and you see this guy, with all these 6 inches, 7, 9 inches penis, that is always, 2 hours is there standing. They are never tired. They are never, this guy will be jerking for one hour, 2 hours. They are there, and you have the size in your head, you have the way it looks, and these guys are so good. They have the skills of love making. The way they lick, the way they do. So everything is in your head, and then you expect your husband to perform exactly like that. It could push you to frigidity If you are looking for near impossible expectation, why can't his penis look like those people that you've been watching? Why can't it last like 1 hour like that guy in that porn? Why can't it touch me? Why can't it make me squirt? Why can't it make me do this? Every time you want to make love, your expectation has already been set. So to put your mind in the love making becomes a problem. So you could be moving towards frigidity. Another point is what I call effect of alcohol. All right. Now, I think a little bit, it's okay to be a bit tipsy when you want to make love. It's your choice, so don't come and say, Dr. Tolu said you people should not hold me responsible, all right? But I think it's okay to be, a little bit tipsy, just let go. I think to some extent it makes you to let go. Maybe you and your husband, just sit down in your bedroom, get a glass of red wine, and just put yourself in the mood. They say, well, alcohol put you in the mood, but a little bit, all right? So, but now when it becomes, it's just like porn. When it becomes, now there is a level you start taking alcohol to. Funny enough, a lot of men, you see, this thing is, libido, just like I said, frigidity is like low libido, as it is low, frigidity is like low libido in women. So you will be surprised that most of this kind of problem that men are having when they have low libido is also the same kind of problem that women are having when they have low libido. Now the point is, you notice as men, some men cannot even have sex now. I mean, no thanks to all these things you are drinking and taking everywhere. Some men cannot have sex until they take alcohol and they are very high. Now, it gets to a point that alcohol, it might be good for you. It's just like when you are dependent on drugs, on all this aphrodisiac, when you are dependent on them. In the beginning, it could be working for you. After some time, your system gets used to it. And as soon as you drink, you are drunk, forget it. Erection becomes zero. The same thing applicable to women. Your libido reduced to zero level when you have too much alcohol and you are over dependent on it. Number 12 is vaginal dryness. All right. Now, vaginal dryness, it could be medical, vaginismus, and it could be out of, lack of adequate foreplay. I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say this. You see, God is so wonderful. It's the gland, all the glands that secrete, all the liquid, all the things that you are actually looking for as a woman to make you get wet, that you are not getting, all those glands in your vagina area. It's just like a tangerine, all right? When you like open a tangerine up like this, when you touch it, they are dry. But as soon as you're able to, just pinch it, you see the water coming out. That is exactly the way the wall of your vagina is built wonderfully. As soon as you are able to penetrate, the liquid will just come out. So for a woman that is dry, if it's not vaginismus, which could actually be medical, it could be out of lack of adequate foreplay. There's a way there's a way you play. How could you, every time you want to make love to a woman, you're always jumping on her, no foreplay, no kissing, no touching? Some people will say, okay, in fact, for some men, I mean, I've seen that a whole lot. My clients so many of them have complained about this. The men now, probably they've had, okay, at least they say foreplay, is it not foreplay? And then the next thing is they carry the breast and tell, touch the breast. That's foreplay. The boobs is not a balloon. That's number one, that you press like blow. No, that's number one. But number two part, there is more to a woman's body than the boob. You just concentrate on the boobs and press and think that will make her wet. It won't work. In fact, most time you are turning her off. You need to make love. Love making, I've talked about it on this show, involves playing with her, touching her, from the crown of her head to the sole of her feet. Every part of a woman's body requires attention. When you concentrate too much on the boobs, she's distracted, she's discouraged, she's angry, because most times you don't even know how to touch the boobs. So the point is, when there is over dryness as a result of lack of adequate foreplay or low men's sexual performance, you are not good as a man. You see, this frigidity, I'm going to be talking, I think it's going to be a short one next week, Tuesday. I'm going to be talking about possible cure. But let me just rush through it. For your frigidity to be out, it's not going to be, it's 50-50. The woman has a role to play and the man has a role to play. So it's not like she's always lying down like a log of wood. Touch her, nothing will happen. You need to touch the right way. You need to know the right place to touch. As in, use your tongue. Come on. Take your time. Most of you guys, when you have girlfriend, you do all these things outside. That's why I say, this thing it just has to be balanced. Because for a man, let me say this. Let me just divert a little bit. There are some men, I usually say this, that you can't be a mouse in your house and get to the hotel room and become a tiger, all right? Now, when you're in your house, 1 minute you have released, or you can't even sustain erection. But when you are with the girlfriend, do you understand? You are doing, it's very common. It's something I really want to talk about. I want to break it down and tell you why that is happening and how you can come out of it. It's something I really want to take my time and talk about on this show. Whenever I have serious time to sit down and write that thing out, I will do that. Now, you think that, and then you start thinking, oh, my wife is a problem. My wife is a problem. It is all in your head. It is all in your... Now, it's 50-50. Actually, that's the point I'm trying to make. For a man who cannot touch, doesn't know where to touch, the woman is tired and she doesn't have alternative. The ladies you are going to meet outside, they have alternative to you. All they want is your money. So they are going to give you the oohs, ohs, has. And when they give you that, your erection, you rob the ego of your erection, because of course erection is egoistic, and men's sexuality is attached to their ego. So when they give you the oohs, that makes you, and that could actually, on the other way, could actually turn you to the lion outside. All right? But a woman that is not enjoying sex, a woman that you don't know how to touch, how do you expect her to make to help you to rub your ego? It's difficult. So that's why for this thing to work, it's 50-50. The woman needs to work on herself and the man needs to step up his game. That's the point I'm trying to make, all right? So I'm still talking about vagina dryness or lack of adequate foreplay. In fact, if you know how to, you could help a woman to solve a frigidity problem if you understand how to play with a woman. What are we talking about? About 15 to 25% of women will not reach orgasm through penetration. So it's not just about jerking and jerking. That's why I kept telling you guys, you are drinking this, you are drinking that, you are rubbing this, you are rubbing that. It doesn't even matter. Fine, it's good. Every woman wants to feel her husband. But beyond that, you should know how to make her come. And your jerking will not make her come most of the time, unless you are eating the right places. And so for about 25% of time, 50, for about 80 to 85% of time, your penetration will not make her come. So what are we talking about? Go and master the skill of love making. Master how to foreplay. Learn foreplay. Women need it. African men, you have to do this. You have to learn this. Don't say, I never see my mama do it. Oh, my mama know to make love for babies. Your wife is no longer like your great-grandmother. She has needs, she understands her body, and she want to come. She want to orgasm. You need to understand that, all right? Okay? Then number 13 is feeling emotional distance from a partner. You see, most of the time, this particular point looks so simple, but it's a big deal. Most of the time when couples come to me for sex therapy, their major problem is emotional, how would I call it? Like emotional distraction or emotional distance, Men, most time it's a hard nut to crack, because when men come to my office and the woman kept telling me, you see the woman crying, the woman weeping, the woman in pain, a lot of women almost falling into depression, and the man will be like, I don't know what is wrong with I think I'm doing everything, I don't know. You see, I don't know. It looks simple, but it's a very hard nut to crack. If you can't fulfill your wife's emotional needs, frigidity is 100%. Because For a man, I know it's not your thing. There's something I call, let me divert a little bit. There's something I call sweet nothing. I call it sweet nothing. Women want that a lot. But it is not a man thing. And the man is wondering, what is she looking for? Am I not giving her food? Am I not giving her money? She's using the best of cars. She's living in the best of this. Still, she's depressed. She's sad. And what do you want? What is your problem? You can't connect to her emotionally. If you can't connect to a woman emotionally, your love making will be zero and frigidity will be 100%. You need to be sensitive enough to be able to understand how to appeal to her emotions, how to tell her she's beautiful. It's as simple as that. I call them sweet nothing. They are not, maybe you call them paparazzi, but I call them sweet nothing. They are not man thing. Men don't like all those things. But if you love a woman, if you really want to make her happy, or if you want to enjoy love making, you need to learn. You need to learn how to give women sweet nothing. Babe, I love you. Babe, how you doing? Show concern. You see, the major reason why some women are shifting to frigidity is every time there is a contact between the husband and the wife, it is because they want to have sex. Contact between husband and wife, physical contact, in fact, sexual contact should not always result into love making. When she's cooking in the kitchen, let me give you a secret. You see, women who are endowed, let me say this to you, maybe not all, but majority of women who are endowed, probably big boobs, love the boobs to be squeezed. Women who has, big ass, if I have to put it that way, love the ass to be squeezed. So if you have women in that category and probably she's working in the kitchen and you are coming and this lady, your wife has a beautiful backside, just grab and squeeze. Not that the bomb has been there with you like that 10 years, 15 years, you have never grabbed it, you have never squeezed it, you have never touched it during the act of love making. What are you using it for? Is it for decoration? The boobs are there waiting to be grabbed. You'd never do that. What are you using them for? Are they just there for decoration? You don't know. And all those things are things that connect you to. You do that, you grab them even when you don't want to make love. Sexual contact. You kiss her even when you are not planning to get down. You hug her from the back even when you are not planning to, when she wasn't expecting it, when you are not planning to make love to her. All those contacts in the morning, in the afternoon, not because you want to have sex. Contact, appeal to emotion, and show concern. How you doing? She comes back from work, she wants to discuss, even if you are not listening, pretend. Just pretend. Just show her, give her listening here. It's so much. It's a whole lot for a woman to feel that she has your shoulder to lean on. Love making start from there for a woman. If you can't connect to her emotionally, the frigidity is 100%, like I've said. All right? So feeling of emotional distance, if a woman start feeling like, I don't know, it doesn't care, it will not come here, you don't call her from morning till night, you can't send romantic text messages when you are at work, you come back from work, you enter, where's my food? You are living like housemates in your house, no connection, nothing, and then you still want to enjoy sex. How does that work? How do you live separately? She's living her life, you are living your life, and when you want to make love, you want to do automatic joining. It doesn't work like that for women. She's not like a man. Love making for a woman takes a whole lot. I will give you this description. I've done it like 2 or 3 times. Maybe I should say this so that you will understand what I'm trying to say. See, maybe for the benefit of those who have never heard me say this, let me say it again. You see, love making for a woman is like trying to push, how will I put it, a car up a cliff. All right, say this is like a mountain, like a cliff, and you are going to the top of the cliff. All right, so it's like a rock or a mountain or a cliff, and it's slopey, slippery down like this, and you are coming here. All right, so this is your car, and then you are trying to push it. This thing is slanted like this. It's a mountain, so you need to make a whole lot of effort if you want to push a car up the cliff. This is how love making is for a woman. So she's not just like you, that will see your that you will see her backside, oh, well-rounded ass, beautiful boobs, and she just passed, nice legs, and then you start having erection. She will not start getting wet just because you have six packs. It's not so easy like that for a woman. So she's coming, she's trying to push the car, up the cliff. So she's pushing, she's pushing, she's pushing, she's pushing, and then you touch the boobs wrongly, she's back. All right? She starts again. She's putting effort. I just want to orgasm. I have to enjoy it tonight. She's pushing, she's pushing, she's pushing. And then she's struggling. And all you want to do is just to penetrate. She's back. She's pushing, she's pushing. And after some time, it's a whole lot of effort. She keep pushing. She's coming, she's coming, she's coming. She's almost there. Something happens. She's down. Maybe the bed cracks. The baby cried. You touch her wrongly. She's not connected. So much emotions are going on when a woman is trying to enjoy sex, and then she keep pushing, after some time, she just stay here. She will get tired, she get frustrated, and she doesn't want to push again. Now imagine this thing happens every time you want to make love, and there is nothing as frustrating as a woman who is struggling to achieve orgasm and not able to achieve it. It's in fact, she's like a time bomb. That's how I put it. She's like a time bomb waiting to explode. That's why everything you are doing doesn't count. That's why she's frigid. Now imagine a woman that is putting all those efforts. Every time she want to make love, she's getting here, she's coming down. Okay, she say, okay, let's try it. Maybe in 3 days time when we make love, I will try. 3 days time, she try. She's there. She's looking at it, she can't get there. She's struggling, she can't get there. And then, okay, I'll try. She kept getting here for 2 years, for 5 years, for 10 years. What do you expect? Zero wetness, complete frigid, complete ice fish. She's here because she's tired. She has given up. So most of you, that is a problem. All right? So moving on, let me just run through this because of my time. Okay, so I've given you about 13 points, right? Okay, number 14 is communication problem, argument, or unresolved family issues between partner. Of course, I tell people that if you want to make love at night, be nice in the morning. If a woman if they are unresolved, I remember, I don't know if the guy is listening to me. I mean, he didn't even allow me. I've not slept since yesterday. Call me around 3 a.m., couples crying and telling me, you impregnated another woman. Those kind of women, it's difficult. I've seen issues like that. Funny enough, I mean, that thing is getting common. I don't understand. I mean, I saw something on Twitter today. A guy that just got married, and the lady sent, I don't know if you guys saw it, the lady sent a message and like, oh, sorry, I couldn't make it for your wedding. Congratulations, and how is madam? And the reply is, the reply that the man will give is, don't be a stranger, let's meet and let me show you how much I love you. Somebody that just got married, somebody that just got wedded. In the first place, why are you getting married? Why do men believe they can have their cake and eat it? You just got married to someone and you are trying to hook up with another that same night. Come on. I'm not trying to judge you, but I don't think it's right. For whatever reason, at least respect it. I mean, even if it's for a few days. Anyway, so if there are problems, if you hurt a woman so deeply, if you hurt her so deeply, there is nothing you can do. Even now, you now understand your skill. You know how to touch. You know where to touch. You know how to do. If you hurt her so deeply, apply all your skill. She will never get wet. She will never get wet. She will become a frigid woman. If there is problem that are not resolved, if you don't know how to communicate, if you don't understand each other's sexual language or emotional language, it might be difficult to be able to come out of frigidity. Number 14 is communication problem. Number 15, boredom. Now, funny enough, marriage could get boring. Marriage could get boring. 10 years, 15 years with the same woman, the same man, the same vagina, the same penis. It could get boring. But when it gets boring, what do? Look for ways to spice things up. Because funny enough, what you are looking for is not different. I mean, Yoruba used to say, I like that Yoruba adage. How did they put it? Ojulando, right? It's not different. It's all the same. It all boils down to your skill. So there are a lot. I think I'm going to be talking about how to spice up a boring marriage. I think I'm going to be talking about boring marriage, or, in one part, and then boring sex life in the other part. All you need to do is to sit down. You might need to talk to a sex therapist and devise, exercise, a lot of stuff that could work for you, that could help you to bring this back. All right. So when your marriage is boring, and then you expect it to take care of itself, expecting that everything is going to be fine. After all, it's normal now. It's not normal. It's okay if it's boring, but you're going to lose every sense of sensuality and sexuality that you have if you don't make attempt to bring back the spark. You need to make conscious effort to bring back the spark in your bedroom. All right? So boredom can resort to frigidity. 16, fear of pregnancy or sexually transmitted disease. I don't want to get pregnant. Every time a woman, that is part of the things that could be pushing her back. Most of these points I mentioned push a woman. Just understand, it's just a simple description of how a woman can find herself in frigidity. It's after a lot of, apart from maybe underlying issues, maybe background and all that, but beyond that, a whole lot of this problem is related to the point of the woman keep trying to get there and she couldn't get there, and she then gave up, and then she stay at the bottom and just give up. All right. So when a woman is afraid to get pregnant, forget it. She's zero. And then we could talk about sexually transmitted disease. Of course, I talk about that. That one, in fact, can read all the juices that you are supposed to release in your vagina. All these STDs, they will suck the juice and the place becomes dry. All right. And finally, work-related stress, anxiety, and concern about sexual performance. Am I doing well? Am I good? Do I know how to do it? Or you are stressed at work. A lot of issues are bothering you. That is why when I talk about how to solve your frigidity issue, a woman who is stressed up might not be able to put her mind to enjoy sex. And when this thing, linger for too long, she could find herself in frigidity zone. All right. Okay, I think that is all I will be able to take on the courses, but I just hope you have been able to look at this 18 points and like, okay, pick your own. I think this is where my problem is. I think this is how my own started. The easiest way to solve a problem, when you have any of this problem, the easiest way to solve it is to find the reason. When you find the root cause, solving the problem becomes so easy. All right. So you are still you are still listening, or you are still watching the Fixer on 99.3 Nigeria Info. By the time I come back, I will be answering your question. You don't want to move a muscle, right?